Hey everybody, I'm here with another book review on a Give Yourself Goosebumps. This is number 13, Scream with the Evil Genie. I recently watched Michael Goosebumps fan book review on this, and he thought the same thing. I didn't even notice that this cloud gas thing had eyeshadow or eyelashes, and so it's depicted as a girl. So I didn't even know that. I knew that the genie itself was a girl because I did read this book as a kid, but I didn't get all the endings. When I was a kid, what I used to do was I would read these books until I got a good ending, then I'd put it up and say I beat it, which technically I guess I did, but that's not really getting the full joy out of these books. I like to go through and get all the endings, all the pages, everything. I'll start with the cover too. The cover is really, really good. I really like this cover. I love the spider webs details in the back. I love the window. This little creepy alleyway with this cola can with the genie popping out. It's really cool. I really love this. Also, jumping from something else, this is a bookmark that I got from Shadyside Library. He's a fellow booktuber. And these things are really, really good. I just kind of wanted to tell you guys, kind of check them out. I bought 2 of these from him, I think. The other one has a mustache. But I'm trying to read these with Goosebumps. It just, I don't know, calms me down a little bit. But yeah, you guys should definitely hit him up and let him know. Shadyside Library is one of the best book reviewers and booktubers out there. One of my favorite people in general. So definitely worth the bookmarks. I think they're like $2. But yeah, definitely check them out, guys. But anyway, on to the book review. The story starts off with you coming home from school, and you raid the refrigerator. You pull out a cola can, you open it up, and a genie pops out, and she grants you 3 wishes. And this is literally where you get the 4 different choices of 4 different storylines, which one storyline is barely a storyline, but I still count it. I'm going to try to go in the order that I went in. But yeah, the choices you get are if you want to be famous, you want to be rich, if you want to be the most handsome person in the world or prettiest person in the world, or the last one is if you don't wish for any of these, you want something else. The first one I went with was being famous, because if you're famous, you're rich. So I figured that kind of overlapped. And the choices lead you to either being a famous actor or actress, or being a professional, a sports athlete. And fun fact about me, when I was around 14 to 16, I had this weird ambition to become a professional wrestler. So I was kind of hoping that there would be something like that in there, but there wasn't. If you go through the sports way, it leads you to this curling champion thing where you're like the curling captain, and you're in this like snowy ice field thing, and it leads you to like wanting out of it. And actually, I got a good ending through this way. The other ending is far worse. You basically become this Barney knockoff, which is named Wilfred, and you're this guy in this big dragon costume, and basically you make the kids' parents mad and they chase you off. And this leads you to wish your second wish, which is far more random and far not interesting. This leads you to a jungle. You basically wish on impulse. You wish that you would be somewhere else, anywhere but here. And this takes you to the jungle, where you, bear with me, you meet a parrot, you have to ride a tiger, and there's random vending machines out in the open. And basically you got to get back home. After every wish, the genie grows bigger, her hair gets spiky, her clothes change as she gets meaner. Yeah, that's basically the storyline. There's not a lot to it. It's just jungles and or a jungle, and basically trying to find your way home. You do have an ending where you meet Peter Pan, which I know this sounds random. This sounds like I'm just like writing stuff down as I go, but that's literally what it is. Yeah, that's basically the storyline of the actor and stuff like that, or the curling thing, professional athlete. That's the word I'm looking for. The other storyline that I went with was I'm trying to think of what was the other one. Um, I didn't do the best looking one. I'm trying to go in order. Oh, the rich storyline. That was it. All right, the rich storyline and the famous storyline. They're kind of sound the same, but they lead to two different options. The rich storyline, you either can go to the mall with Peter or hang out with Stephanie at your house and play video games. If you go with Peter, you basically lead to a mall and you start giving out money. You got a few endings where it's like Mr. Beast, where you like just loan people or give people money. You go and buy a bunch of stuff, and then people start getting more and more greedy, wanting your money and stuff. And that's basically that storyline. One of those options will take you to the jungle storyline in the previous one that I mentioned. The other storyline with Stephanie is far better, but it's only like 5 pages, I think. Basically, you guys are playing this game called Mortal Revenge, and it's basically I think that was like basically a play on Mortal Kombat, but the game itself is more like a Double Dragon and my personal favorite, Streets of Rage. I was a Sega Genesis kid. But basically, you get transported into this game, and you meet this like Master Splinter / Goro hybrid with this sword and stuff, and that was actually pretty cool. I really enjoyed that one. But again, it's only like 4 pages long. The other storyline I did was the best looking one. That was the next one I did. And I'm not even going to say much about it because it's like literally like 2 pages. It's nothing. It's even advertised on the back. And I could have swore I have this, what is it, like a Mandela effect, because I could have swore I read this book and I thought you got turned into a monster. You did not. You get turned into something and it's not that great. The ending is actually okay, but yeah, it's nothing special. And then the final storyline is where you don't wish for any of those things, you want something else. And basically, this one's just random. You accidentally wish for Jenna to be your mom. By the way, Jenna is the genie. I didn't even mention her name. The genie's name is Jenna. But basically, you wish for her to be your mom because you think she's so cool. And both of your family members get wishes to your little sister and your little older brother. Yeah, and that's basically it. They get wishes and they end up wishing for different things that just make things worse. Your sister wishes for a monster to scare these other people after your brother scares for this party, and this monster is like this big metallic bug, and that's basically it. This storyline was just random. Both of the storylines with the actual like wishing, like going into the jungle, and this one was felt like just a bunch of random stuff, like they just had ideas for and just put it together. Overall, this wasn't one of my favorite stories in the Give Yourself Goosebumps series. I think the Rich storyline was the best, especially Stephanie's. But the storylines that were actually interesting wasn't very long, and the ones that were long, like full-fledged stories, wasn't that great, in my opinion. And if you're wondering how you get like more wishes from this genie when you open up a can, because she opens up and disappears, you basically can find another can and it's already sealed and she'll be in that. So there's a lot of endings where you have to go and find sodas, which is stupid. Yeah, the worst ending was the Peter Pan one for me. There's like 2 instances where this book actually got scary, quote unquote. And one of the scariest ones was, I think, where you actually get trapped inside a cola can. Thought that was okay. And there's one where you and your brother are basically having like a wish off. You guys wish, he wishes your face would turn blue. Your face turns blue. You wish that, I think he wishes you had like stripes on your face or something. And you guys keep wishing back and forth. And you wish that he would shut his mouth forever or something. And he can't talk anymore. And that's like how that one ends. And that was actually a little disturbing. But other than that, this is kind of a weaker one in my opinion. I didn't love it. Yeah, this was definitely a weaker book in my opinion. Not one of the best Give Yourself Goosebumps books. And I struggled on a rating. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that between a 2 and a 3 out of 5 stars, I'm going to go with a 2 out of 5 stars because the more I think about it, the more I just didn't really like this book. And one of the worst flaws in this book is it's not memorable. Like, I don't think I'm going to remember this in, I was going to say a year, but maybe like 2 or 3 months. I'm not going to remember much about this. Like, I'm going to remember certain things, but not much. But yeah, Scream of the Evil Genie, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars. This is the weakest one I've read so far, I think. So, yeah, for now, 2 out of 5 stars for me. Scream of the Evil Genie. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if this is like one of people's favorites. I looked on Goodreads, and a lot of people give this thing like a 2 or a 1, or I think there's like 1 or 2 like 5 stars. But yeah, for me, this is a 2. I should also mention this was a buddy read, and I'm actually buddy reading a lot of the Give Yourself Goosebumps books, and I have to say it's been so much fun to buddy read a Give Yourself Goosebumps book, because most of the time the other person goes a different way, and that's really fun. Yeah, but that's it for me, guys. 2 out of 5 stars for me. Please let me know in the comments, what did you think about this book? Did you love this book? Did you hate it? Give me some recommendations for more Give Yourself Goosebumps books. Like, what are some? Because I've only read maybe 20 of these. I have more reviews to do. So please let me know in the comments below, like, which ones that you guys recommend, which ones are the best, which ones are the worst, you know, which ones should I be dreading to get to. Yeah, I really want to know. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you, and bye-bye.